Hey guys, Nolan here. We're at Lake Superior Provincial Park. We are doing the Crescent Lake Trail. So it's only about 2 kilometers. That's a portage, so I think the trail goes this way. Yeah. Okay, so I've had this hat for a while. Like years. I think I got it around Christmas 2020, I feel like. Was it Christmas 2020? Or maybe it was late 2021. Anyways, I had it for a few years. I've probably hiked somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 kilometers in this hat. Maybe a little less, actually, because I don't use it in the winter. 2,500 kilometers in this hat. Because it's like my main hat. Like, I have my Tilly hat, but I rarely ever use that just because it's kind of awkward. And like, if I need or want to run for some reason, the Tilly hat's a hassle, whereas this will stay secure. Yeah, it's a little chilly in here. Kind of wish I had brought my jacket. It's just left in the car, but that's okay. Okay, so Crescent Lake, I guess this is where we're starting. Oh, cool. Okay, so it just kind of goes around Mudhole Lake, really. So it looks like each of these other trails just takes you to a different lake. So let's check out this one real quick. Okay, never mind. That seems to be very far. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna continue on the way we were going. Okay, so you kind of see the lake through there. You kind of see the other lake through here. So we're doing the trail does a loop around this lake pretty much. Then it has lots of little trails that branch off. Hello. What? I wonder what that is. I wonder if it's, what's that thing called? Oh, we got a trail that bypasses here. A mink? Is that what they're called? There is some animal that lives, at least in the Algonquin area. I assume it lives farther north as well. Where it like sounds like a woman like screaming or something like that. Because I gotta understand people saying that sounds like a woman screaming. It doesn't, for the record. But I can understand people saying that, right? I'm almost not sure if I'm still going the right way. So there's no markings, but there was no real markings anywhere else anyways. Okay, actually looking at it, we're actually going around the lake that was on that side. That's Mudhole Lake, which when I looked at that map right, the trailhead is going around that lake, which seems weird to call it Crescent Lake Trail. It's gonna go around a different lake. Crescent Lake is here, but still, like going around a different lake, that seems weird. Anyways, we're just on a nice little stroll. At some point soon, it should bend to the left. And like, here's the thing, worst case, if I feel like I'm lost, I can just turn around and go back, right? So it's not the end of the world. It is like quite soft, the ground in here. Very, very old forest. Ooh, those are cool. Okay, we finally have a marker and a little sign. So you know we are on the right path. Okay, so many spider webs. The noise I was showing, that meh, 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 that is apparently a mink. I YouTubed what they sound like and they sounded real close to that. And Merlin couldn't pick up a bird from it. So that's cool. Apparently minks can be pretty vicious. So we're gonna have to keep out for that. It's weird though, because it's like, now I don't want to make noise to attract the mink to me, but at the same time, okay, the trail goes this way, we're gonna check this way real quick. But at the same time, I want to make noise so that I don't attract a bear, if that makes sense, right? Ooh, this looks like it's gonna be pretty nice. Pretty nice lake, gotta be honest. This is, what lake is this? This is McGregor Lake. Cool. Okay, let's head back up. Okay, I just passed the old people that kind of started the same time as me. So must be getting at least fairly close back to where I started this trail. Tracking wise, it didn't have my GPS signal for most of the hike. It just recently started tracking it. So, you know, not gonna worry too much about that. I can't really use that to my advantage to know how far I have been or how far I have to go, because I can't trust it. So yeah, it's 10:12 right now, and at least they would have taken all the spider webs down this way for me. But yeah, we shouldn't have too much farther to go. Okay, I'm not sure that they're minks anymore because they stand really high up in trees and it sounds like there's a lot of them. But I just looked up, because I'll be honest, I've been a little bit like about them minks since I figured they were minks. But I looked it up. Apparently their speed is 6.5 kilometers an hour, which, I mean, that's almost my hiking speed. Like my hiking speed is almost that. So like if I'm running from them, if I have to run from them, I'll definitely be leaving them in the dust. But just on a little walk, what I'm figuring is we're gonna come out the spot I entered initially. That's what I'm reasoning. Another portage trail. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Is I'm gonna come out initially where I deviated off and then double back. I think because it should be just a loop. Really close to Mudhole Lake right now. Just heard something down there. Sounded like it shook off water, kind of like a dog does. Yeah, as I expected. So that's the way I started. Well, that's the way I initially went, and then I went back, and then I went that way. But yeah, now we're gonna continue on and just make our way back to the parking lot. So we gotta walk on this for maybe 100 meters-ish till we get to that sign, and then probably another 700 meters to the parking lot from there. Yeah, here we go. So we went that way. Initially we went, what's the direction we went? That's pretty long. That's an interesting portage through there. Portage across there, a short one from here. But yeah, I mean, in theory you could paddle all 4 of those lakes if you're feeling up to the portage. In theory, I could portage my kayak because it's just so light. The 351 meter one would be really, really uncomfortable, but I could do it if needed. But not much of a portage guy. Like if I have to, I'll portage maybe like 50 meters at most, I would say. I haven't had to, but I'm saying in theory, I would do about 50 meters. Or like just to go over like some obstacle, or go around some obstacle just to be able to continue on. Yeah, but yeah, we're just kind of strolling. Lots of trees. You have a little like driveway here. I don't really understand. I guess I don't know if it's emergency or if it's maintenance and emergency, or if it's none of that. Well, I guess it'd still be that. But it was also like people could park up there for like the little campground there. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna make our way. Probably won't show you much because there wasn't a lot of interesting stuff, and I showed you a little bitty of it on the way. So yeah, I'll see you at the parking lot probably. Real quick, just want to point out, so it said, I think it's a 2 kilometer trail. I think the 2 kilometers is just that part of the trail we just did. I don't think that includes this part right here that I'm walking on right now. So from the parking lot to the trailhead is about 750 meters. So there and back, plus the trail, you're looking at about 3.5 kilometers total. Down tree. Yeah, almost there. Okay, I can't imagine this is emergency route because there's some big boulders there and those aren't gonna be easy to move. So maybe this was an old like logging trail. and the path just hasn't recovered properly. Oh, there's a northern flicker I just saw. But we are back. So that has been the Crescent Lake Trail, but really it was the Mudhole Lake Trail. Weird. Wait, but wait.